welcome back. It's the end of another day. I just got off work and doing my usual evening walk. While I was at work today, I received some very sad news from New Zealand. One of my uncles over there has sadly passed away. And I did get to visit him when I was over there, which I am very grateful I got to do that. It almost didn't happen, but I did get to see him one last time, and he was unwell, so we all knew that this day was coming. But still, that doesn't take away from the fact that it's just very sad, whenever you lose a loved one. And so what I really want to say. I don't really know what to say, but Memento Mori. Remember, you will die, because really, I don't know. Whenever I've experienced the passing of those close to me, even like pets, it always just gets me in this loop of just thinking about death, and the fact that it's one of the only certainties in life. They say the two only certainties in life are death and taxes. And well, alright, taxes seems like a certainty, but I think really death is the only true certainty, because there's people that don't pay taxes. So anyway, death is really the only certainty in life. We all know that we will die. We will die. I mean, on occasion, I do see like these people that are talking about immortality and med beds, and how science will find ways to prolong life, and all this stuff. Well, there's no evidence that it's possible. I personally don't believe it is possible, and honestly, I wouldn't even want it to be true. I wouldn't. Technology of prolonging life to the extent of like being immortal and all that, I wouldn't want that. I hope it doesn't exist, actually. As painful as death is, especially those close to us, it is the only certainty in life. We all know that we're going to pass one day, and I mean, the scary part really is none of us really know the manner in which we will pass, when it will happen, how it will happen, and that can be very, very scary. It is, no doubt. It's one of the things that can keep you up at night if you think about it too much. But at the same time, like different cultures around the world during different time periods had various philosophies surrounding death, and one of the most interesting philosophies is that of Memento Mori, remember that you will die, and it's the philosophy of the old Romans. And basically, there's people that can explain this much better than me, but basically it's the idea that you should always remember death, remember that you're mortal, remember that you will die, that one day it will be each of us here, one day it will be our turn as well to move on from this world. And of course, you have all these different ideas, different faiths, different belief systems have different ideas of what will happen after you die. And but we can all agree that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. One day it will be my turn, just as it has all my forebearers. So I'm not going to talk about what happens after. Today I want to talk more about life, and I think it's more this philosophy Memento Mori. It's remembering death, but I think it's more so the message behind it more so is that we should treat life as precious, that we should treasure every moment, because ultimately we never know when it might be our turn. So instead of wasting life, instead of just because it's so easy to waste life, just waste a whole life, so easy to do. So it's a reminder to treasure every moment, time with family, friends, loved ones, and really focus on what is actually important to us in life. Focus on what's important. Spend time with loved ones and focus on what's important, because most of the nitty-gritty details of everyday life are ultimately meaningless. They really don't matter, and you don't want to focus so much on all these meaningless things, and then ultimately it's not then getting to the point of not having lived a life. So anyway, that's it. Remember death in that sense. I think you can also say remember death in terms of remembering those who have passed. For example, my uncle, his memory will live on through those of us who knew him, and those of us who are still here. His memory will live on. So I think honoring our ancestors, honoring those who have passed, that's an important part of it as well. To not forget. You have wider cultural manifestations of this as well. For instance, many countries might have a day for remembering fallen soldiers. Here in Australia and New Zealand, we have Anzac Day, remembering the diggers who perished during the First World War, especially Gallipoli campaign, the Great War. But also World War II and every single conflict since. I know in the US you have Veterans Day, and different countries will have different versions of it, but just honoring fallen soldiers, those who gave their lives in service, and ultimately just remembering those who have passed, and remembering that one day it will be our turn as well. So just the message of treasuring every moment in life. And I've said it all at this point. That's all I really wanted to say. Anyway, so that's what happened today. My uncle passed, and I will always remember him. We all will, and his memory will live on in those of us who are still here. So that's pretty much it. I won't do my usual outro. I hope you enjoyed. It's a bit more of a solemn video, I know, but it's death is a part of life. So that's it. I'll see you all in the next one.